I'm ready to backstab again. I'm ready. Hello Aromas, this is Aromie here and welcome back to Red Embrace Hollywood. We are here with Andre. I'm gonna say everyone seems to be making exceptions for me. Perhaps that is because one finds no rules among vampires, only exceptions. The glow of Andre's eyes flickered for less than a second, like a lamp brushed by a poltergeist. There are, on occasion, individuals of unique potential and circumstances who are noteworthy enough to attract my interest. Very few vampires have been turned in Los Angeles the past few years and have managed to survive. Yet you appear to flourish, as nascent as you are in your development. I feel as if you hold great promise. It's a cold, isolated existence, but it's also exciting. I like it. Well, I'm managing to survive at least. This is where you offer me a deal, right? I'm managing to survive at least. The most enduring struggle of all. It was impossible to tell from his deadpan expression whether he was being truly sympathetic or not. I am aware of your employ by Charisse Locke, the Ascari leader and regent of Los Angeles. Her methodology of ruling is disagreeable to me, obviously, to you. That is why I seek to subvert it, and why I rally others against her. But she is a formidable opponent. While the Mavar seek to fight in the streets, Locke and I battle in the shadows, a duel of assassins and spies. A faint, insidious smile spread across his lips, not quite reaching his eyes. However, as of late, she has begun losing ground to me. I believe that is why, in her desperation, she seeks to mold you into a suitable weapon. That may be true, but I have faith in Charisse and her cause. That's what it feels like. She's trying to use me as a pawn. I'm just doing what I have to. My situation isn't exactly flexible. I mean, I do feel like she's using me as a pawn. So it would seem, but your position can be used for something beyond merely catering to Locke's whims. His quiet, calm voice drifting into silence, Andre turned his gaze up towards the moon. The time for an end to this conflict swiftly approaches, Michiko. Either a new ruler will establish domain over the Los Angeles Coven, or else we shall descend into anarchy, the beginnings of an inevitable end for our kind. He sounded remarkably placid for such a dramatic statement. Even when I studied his face, I couldn't see any visible traces of emotion. My assistant serves as my eyes and ears, unseen and unheard, absorbing all that would be hidden as they move among the dead. But with current tension between the houses, their range is limited. Andre felt purposely silent, allowing his thin smile to finish his implication. Well, maybe I could help with that. You're as subtle as a train wreck. That's rude. Well, maybe I could help with that. Such an agreement may be of mutual benefit to us, I believe. Unlike your arrangement with the Ascari in my employ, you'll be treated fairly and with due respect. Join me and I can promise you an elevated seat in the new government I intend to establish. Thanks for the offer, but I can't join you? Honestly, this kind of sounds like a cult, so no thanks. Bro, why did I leave myself with garbage choices? This might be the time where I have to take over and be like, hey. A new government, what does that mean? Alright, I'm interested in working together. I'm ready to backstab again. I'm ready. Excellent, I'm pleased to hear your decision. You may be relieved to hear that I require a little from you at this stage. Infrequent reports should suffice. I don't want to be on anyone's side. I'm just backstabbing everybody at this point. However, I ask that you continue to endure Locke's request for a short while longer. Your ambiguous affiliation will serve as a pass around Los Angeles with little risk of harm. For now, that is. When the time comes to break from her, it will be apparent. I wish I could break from her right now. No, I don't, honestly. Honestly, I do not. So I'm going to choose the choice I already chose before. I truly sympathize with your plight, young Ascari. We have all been forced to endure unsavory situations for the sake of future progress, as the years of advancement are only turned through suffering. That's sad. But sort of true in a way. He inclined his head serenely, though his eyes never shifted from my face. I believe that concludes our business for tonight, as I must attend to several arrangements. Because I did, accept his, the spy thing in Randall's route, but it didn't really do that much, because I backstabbed him anyway, and he kind of fell off the planet. However, please visit me again at your earliest convenience. There's a great deal more for us to discuss. I don't like his ideals at all. Like the Golgotha's ideals, I don't like at all. For Ascari, I can understand a bit of it, and for Mavar, I can understand a bit of it. But Golgotha, not at all. After Andre's polite dismissal, I left the mausoleum behind, heading back down the empty path. All the way back to the graveyard's entrance, I couldn't shake the strange feeling of presences surrounding me, but they were too muddled to really identify. Luckily, I managed to catch a passing taxi not far from the cemetery. By the time we drove back into Hollywood, sunrise was still several hours away. Something about the graveyard had left me feeling restless, so I decided to pay a visit somewhere. Oh, apparently I've never visited Saturnalia on this go around, but I'm still gonna try to visit Blood and Roses. I'm pretty sure Markus isn't here though, so I asked the taxi driver to bring me to Blood and Roses, and we soon pulled up outside the shop. But the sign in the window read closed, and all the lights inside were off. It seemed like Markus was around tonight. Alright. Visit Saturnalia because apparently I've never been there. I had the taxi drive me to Saturnalia and watched through my window as downtown LA glittered into view. There was no sign of Heath tonight. Wow, where is everyone? Only some Ascari quietly nursing their drinks. I thought I remembered their faces from the hotel, but I wasn't sure. We're gonna chat with them, why not? The bar's patrons were an interesting bunch this night. A former porn director, a depressed singer who failed to make it big, a supposedly dead politician, and an Elvis impersonator. All of them were Ascari, and while the director and politician worked for Charisse, the singer and not Elvis were unaffiliate loners. Loners? Yeah, loners. Okay. When I first struck up conversation with the unhappy singer, the others were off by themselves, looking more lonely than anything. But after they saw us chatting, they drifted over one by one, until all 5 of us were lounging by the bar and exchanging backstories. It was only a matter of time before the subject of politics reared its ugly head, though. The politician started dropping hints that the singer could find some renewed attention among the Ascari. She aligned herself with the faction. She seemed hesitant but torn, and soon she turned to ask me for my thoughts. I told her to join the Ascari and stand out among them, to meet with Charisse to make her own decision, to stay far away from Charisse and the Ascari, to find a new dream to pursue instead of getting pulled into politics. I like that one. My quiet reply to the singer almost brought her to tears. She quietly thanked me, saying I'd confirmed what she had always felt from the beginning. I probably hadn't won any points for the Ascari, judging from the politician's silent glare, but if nothing else, I knew I made a difference in the singer's life, however small. I'm not gonna force someone to, talk about politics, IRL, so what the hell? Our conversation continued for a little while after that, though eventually the group began to disperse. The newly arrived patrons didn't seem as interesting, so I decided to head somewhere elsewhere for the night, whatever. Alright, as I left Saturnalia and stood on the sidewalk waiting to call another taxi, I felt someone's gaze on me, watching me intently. At first I couldn't tell where it was coming from, since there were several people wandering up and down the street, but when I turned towards the entrance to an alley, I spotted a scrawny, dark-haired figure peering at me from the shadows. Is it the dude? Sewer dude? Go over to them. Why not? If I die, I die, yes. Pulled by my curiosity, I decided to wander closer to the figure. A part of me expected them to run off as I got closer, but they didn't move. Wait, you're cute! Wait, who are you? You're not who I expected. When I finally stood in front of them, 2 bright red eyes stared at me curiously. Oh, hey! You're so cute. Who is this? I was wondering if you were ever gonna come over. I thought I might need to wave a flag or something to get your attention. She spoke in a quiet, slightly husky voice. A hint of things flashed between her words. She's cute. When I focused on her presence, I could tell she was a Golgotha. Wait, what? Is there a reason you were watching me? Well, yeah. I don't watch people for no reason, usually. She reached up to scratch her cheek, squinting at me curiously. I'm Morgan. Well, hello, Morgan. Can't remember your name, but your face matches everything I've heard. Okay, it's fine, I guess. Trailing off for a moment, Morgan leaned forward a little, her red eyes slightly glossy behind her lenses. Yikes, you've got a star written all over your head. So bright you might make another star burn out. Really? I don't know what you mean. I'm not a star. Right. You've lost it, haven't you? I guess. Because technically, I don't know Golgothas can see that. Hard to describe what I see sometimes. Don't take it personally. Morgan let out a faint sigh, pushing up her glasses. Do you see anything else when you look at me, Morgan? So why did you want... Do you see anything else when you look at me, Morgan? Oh yeah, lots of things, though it keeps changing. Let's see, right now Oh! You look so good! As she tugged off her glasses, a confused look drifted over her face. You're outside? Inside? At the top of Hollywood? Maybe there is no Hollywood. Maybe it's inside of us. Maybe it doesn't matter whether or not you win it. Just that you bought it. Huh? Morgan's halting words slowly sank into silence. Well, I like a refund, please. I have absolutely no idea what you mean. I can't ask for a refund. I didn't pay her. I'm starting to get confused because I'm saving over the same date right now. I have absolutely no idea what you mean. Yeah, I get that a lot. She gave a shrug of indifference, fiddling with her tie and staring at me wordlessly for a few moments. After a long pause passed us by, Morgan slid back on her glasses. Okay, believe it or not, I wanted to do something besides giving you loopy fortunes. I was actually wondering if you could do me a favor, because you look like a pretty capable kind of girl. See, I came here a few months ago, and I've been trying to get a meeting with Andre, but holy hell, is his schedule booked. You smell like the graveyard, though. I smell like the graveyard. So I figure you must be in tight with him. I mean, I just met him. Could you ask Andre to bump me up to the top of his queue so I can meet him sooner? She perked her brows upward, eyes glinting at me hopefully. If you do, I could... Don't really know how to say it, kind of shimmy my way into a few people's dreams. Help boost their opinion of you. Ascar, Golgotha, whatever. Wait, you guys can do that? So that was really Markus in my dream? Sound like a deal? Fair enough, I'll talk to him soon and put in a word for you. I'll do it, but don't invade anybody's dreams, okay? No, for sure. Fair enough. I'll go talk to him. Cool, which house do you want me to poke at? I didn't think that far. Oh, wow. Look at me in Golgotha. What's gonna happen if I do, like, win Golgotha, though? So, but then I'll be, like, technically on Andre's side. That's kind of scary. I kind of want to be on my own side. Like, be a leader. Boost me with the Scary? Got it. I heard a faint popping sound and glanced down to see Morgan cracking the knuckles of one hand. Right, well, that was the only thing I wanted, so, you can go now, bye. Okay, bye, cutie. After her last words, I left Morgan to lurk in the shadows by herself, heading back to catch another cab. Heading back to the graveyard would be too long of a drive, but I could always ask Andre during my next visit. I think the last time I visited the abattoir, I actually got to talk to the bartender. We're gonna go to the bar. The hotel is just more scary stuff, right? I already told Morgan to like boost me up with them, so I ain't bothering with that. I'm not gonna bother with that. If the same dialogue here, though, I'm just gonna speed through it. The club seemed fairly quiet tonight, unlike the last time. I sensed more humans than vampires, but over by the hallway, I caught a glimpse of Aloysius' eye-catching hair. We get a drink at the bar. Yeah, I think this is where we meet the bartender. I'll show you guys some real quick. But if you already watched from episode 1 to here, we already know who it is. Plugging down, one of the bartenders ordered a glass of the club's special, which most unsuspecting humans probably assumed was a Bloody Mary. As I took the first sip of my drink, turning away to survey the dance floor, a short, thin figure in androgynous clothing began to pass me by, holding a drink in either hand. They suddenly stopped mid-stride, staring down into my eyes. Almost immediately, I could pinpoint their presence as the Golgotha. Oh, your face. You look like a dead star, one from an old film I used to love. They spoke in a quiet voice, head tilting at me curiously. Thanks? I wouldn't say it's a compliment. Their words were laced with a slight German accent, lilting in a slow, poetic way. I am Aubrey. You might have seen my work under a different name. I used to be a filmmaker in Berlin, but I came here in the 30s, back when Hollywood's Coven was a tiny little production. In these 60 years, I've only seen a face as faded as yours once before, and she didn't have a happy ending. Aubrey smiled at me thinly, taking a sip from the glass in their left hand. I don't always like happy endings. I prefer ones open to interpretation. An experimental mind, then. I admire that. They gave me a knowing nod, chuckling softly. You're about to hit the rising action soon. Just be ready for the fall. I'm not ready for that fall. At that moment, their eyes flicked towards a waving figure on the dance floor, and they let out a gentle sigh. I should get this drink to my sire before he snatches up a human. He's quite old-fashioned and hates using glasses. Good night, Star. They continue on their way after winking at me briefly, disappear into the crowd before long. I literally don't know if these conversations are important to the stats, but without any other eventful encounters, I finished my now lukewarm drink and tipped the bartender. Oh, we don't get to see the cute bartender dude. Returning to the club's main hall. Chat with Aloysia, why not? I don't know if we have any dialogue with her. I wandered over towards Aloysia, who was idly chatting with a small group around her. She didn't seem to notice her presence at first, but once our gazes met, she beckoned me over with an energetic wave. Hello. Hello, darling. Was wondering if you plan to stop by again? I actually want to chat with you a little more. Well, I couldn't keep you out of my thoughts. No, I actually wanted to chat with you a little more. Well, I'm all ears. Anything you'd like to ask or talk about? It's a bit loud here, but I'm listening. Tell me about yourself? Me, I suppose you might call me a libertine. If you wanted to be rude, rudely accurate. She snickered by her smile slightly into a more sober expression. Well, let's see. I'm a transplant for Sheffield over in England. Came to LA with a boyfriend who wanted to try and make it as an actor, but he dumped me about a month after he arrived. Wow, what a horrible guy. No argument there, but I really hold myself more to blame. I should have put my own interests first. Thought more about my future, putting all your eggs in somebody else's basket. Just stupid, really. Aloysia heaved a wistful sigh. After a few days of crying my eyes out, I realized I should probably find myself a job, since I didn't want to get thrown back into the sea. Turned out the club and entertainment scene suited me just fine. I've been a bartender, dancer, one of those girls who pop out cakes at bachelor parties. I've just about done it all. I always dreamed of some exciting career. Figured I'd end up exploring ancient ruins or riding monster trucks. Something that makes people's eyes go wide after they ask what you do. This club thing, it's very fun. You should see the things people do in the back rooms. I'm Gucci, and I've had great times partying here. Usually under the influence of various things. But I do think there's something more for me out there. I'll have to find new thrills before long, and even though I'm not sure where they are yet, finding out is part of the fun, don't you think? As she finished, a little spark returned to her eyes. This is all dialogue I've already read, and I'm way over time, so that's all for now, I think. Is it? Have a lovely night then, darling. I'm out of here. Looking at me, Aloysia turned to saunter away, fluffing her hair with one hand. We're gonna head outside and then end the episode off, because I don't think I can explore anywhere else. I left the noisy interior of the club, returning to the street. It was later than I expected, which meant I would probably settle in before morning. Time seemed to pass so quickly, even though I was technically immortal now. Yeah, bedtime for me. Any whoosies. I ended my night there, with a sense of uncertainty lurking in the back of my mind. This is where we stop. I'm glad we met a new character I didn't know. Probably will never see her again, Morgan. Side character. But anyway, thank you guys for watching today's episode. Stay beautiful, and I'll see you guys in the next one.